Hey, Ed from StorySeer here. The goal of our platform is to make it easy and fun for educators to set up school visits with amazing authors and illustrators. In this video, we'll walk through the process that an organizer would go through to find you on StorySeer and initiate a visit request. So from the StorySeer homepage, all they need to do is click the Browse Authors button, and they'll go directly to our listing page where anyone that has created a public profile on StorySeer will be listed. And educators can scroll the entire list and kind of keep showing more and more and see the entire list, or they can refine their search based on the criteria that is most important to them. So if they want to find an author of middle grade books with a specific bent towards nonfiction, they click those couple of criteria and it filters down the list only authors that meet all of those different criteria. And they can look through just that smaller list, and when they're ready, they can click through to a particular author and see their full profile. They can browse their books, they can see the different packages that they offer, they can view past testimonials from people that have witnessed them live, and when they're ready, they just click Request Visit. And that brings up this modal that kind of triggers the visit process. And in this video, we're just going to cover step one, which is this sort of initial exchange of information. Later on, the educator and the author will move more towards like a final agreement. And of course, from the point where they have a final agreement, a contract in place, there's a bit more back and forth that goes on in terms of planning the actual details of the visit. We'll cover those in subsequent videos. For now, we'll just hit next and walk you through what an educator goes through to kick off that initial process. So first they choose a date. So we're just going to go and scroll to September. Let's say the first week of September when school starts, they want to bring people in for a visit. Go ahead and hit next. They can choose multiple dates if they want to, but we'll just stick with one for now. Then they'll pick the package that is of greatest interest to them. In this case, we'll just pick the full day visit. And what we do behind the scenes is actually calculate how much it will cost to bring you to their location. So wherever you are, we'll find flight prices and understand how much it will be cost in addition for a hotel and things like that, and actually give them a real estimate. So instead of just saying plus travel, which is pretty nebulous and could be confusing and maybe even off-putting, this way they just know what's the likely all-in cost. This is not a final price quote by any means. It's for planning purposes only, and it can be adjusted up or down later. But it at least gives them a bit better understanding and pretty accurate understanding of how much it will cost to bring you in. When they hit next, this is where they give some information back to you in terms of like what are some other requirements that they or the school district has to bring you in so that you're not surprised later. And if they have this already stored in their profile, then this will be automatically populated for them so they don't need to do it every time. Let's say, yes, they require a background check, but no insurance and no vendor application, but they do require proof of insurance or something. They could just type that there. Then they go ahead and hit next. And if there's anything else they want to note, whether it's simple pleasantries or if they want to ask you about a potential customization or something like that, they can add that here as well. And then they go ahead and hit send. And this triggers a notification within StorySeer that this educator has requested you to visit, and it gives all the different details. And then it will kick off some other things that kind of push us together towards creating a contractual agreement for that school visit if that is something of interest to you. So that's all we'll cover for now. More videos to come. Thanks for listening.